are on India Today podcasts and you are in the Sledging Room. We are talking. Wow, we always start
Yes,
with a bang. What you want me to now give you a warning?
No.
Huh?
Just asking.
So happy actually.
For the uninitiated, Akshay, every time before we go live, he stands in front of the mirror, checks his hairstyle.
Seriously.
No, I mean, I can't check my hair. It doesn't make any difference to me. But then he wears new. Have you noticed this sort of? For every new podcast, he wears something new.
Yeah. What are you wearing new?
Or maybe it's so old that it's beyond memory to, it's beyond human capability to recollect whether he won this like 8 years back. Do you generally go shopping?
Both of you, I know why you guys are steering away from the main discussion.
Steering away from what?
Your team, Royal Challengers
I don't have a
Bangalore.
team. No, I don't have a team.
Has when if you had seen Rajesh's emotions last week and this week, he's not trying to talk cricket this time because his team started on a good note.
Exactly. Why should we talk cricket when we're in the Sledging Room, right?
Derailed. And then Saurabh, I don't have to speak about it. Yesterday he was literally crying over phone.
I was not crying.
When Delhi Capitals lost their fourth successive match.
I was waiting when the match will get over. I mean,
Delhi Capitals come back with 10 victories on the trot.
Yeah.
Finish second on the points table.
Yeah.
And then go on to win the IPL. Then you talk.
I think that could have happened had they made some wise decisions before the start of the season.
Like?
I don't know. Appointing David Warner was as captain.
Okay. David Warner has scored 3 half centuries in 4 matches.
Yeah.
DC have lost all their 4 matches. So what? Sack David Warner and your problems are over.
No, it's not just about sacking David Warner. The approach has to change. First of all, you don't have to sack David Warner. You have appointed him as captain. Let him play. But if David Warner is playing, he should play and strike the ball at a better strike rate.
That is what he's struggling
You are striking at around 110. How is that possible for an opener to play with that
I just cut you short here. You've spoken of 2 things, 3 things actually. One is DC appointing Warner as captain. Probably they were not left with any other choice.
Yeah.
Warner, strike rate. Warner runs. Warner, strike rate, no tick mark. Warner runs, tick mark.
Yeah.
3 half centuries so far. He stuttered and stumbled and struggled. But on the face of it, wouldn't you say he at least looks like he's trying? After he got to his 50 against Mumbai Indians, I don't know, he smashed his bat with his fist. Whether it was an Aussie way of celebrating or whether he was frustrated for not doing a little more when at the same time Akshar Patel was going gung-ho. But at least he looks like this man is trying on the field.
No, but the point is, this man is trying on the field is not going to help Delhi Capitals. And the way he played, I think Manish Pandey was playing a very good knock. But because Warner was not able to strike properly, Manish Pandey had to go take the aerial route and he was caught. He was dismissed.
Yeah.
A young Yash Dhulu was making his debut. He comes in on side and he has to go and start playing attacking shots in his first over of IPL career because senior partner David Warner cannot strike.
Yeah.
So it all comes down to the captain, the opener, the star opener. I think the best overseas batter by the stats, we can say that in IPL, he is not able to strike it.
But is it also not true that your other stars are also not doing well? Prithvi Shaw, what has he been up to? Riley Russo. Should Russo bat up the order, or should even Akshar Patel come up higher than number 7?
Yeah.
So is it just a Warner strike rate issue, or is it a whole gamut of problems that DC have not been able to address? Who is calling the shots?
Yes, that is
Without Rishabh Pant's absence, is there a disbalance between the management and the captain, coach? I don't know.
Director of cricket, Mr. Saurav Ganguly.
No, I mean, these are big legendary names.
Exactly.
You talk of Ganguly, Ponting, Warner. I mean, you don't get many bigger names than
And
these.
look at the coaching staff now. Shane Watson, Praveen Amrit,
They have
Ajit
everybody.
Agarkar. They have everybody.
You know what shocked me the most in Delhi Capitals? It's not just the defeat in 4 successive defeats. That is obviously upsetting. But when Ricky Ponting came for the press conference, he's like, we will look into it. We don't know what is going wrong. How can you come and say that in a press conference? You are the head coach. You have been the head coach of this team for like 3-4 years.
Yeah.
You know how the team works, and you do not know what is the problem.
And strangely,
Remind me.
no questions were asked about David Warner's strike rate in the
Nobody.
Ricky Ponting press conference.
Nobody
a
asked
couple of
that.
matches
No,
ago.
but we don't in India. We don't ask questions about
Yes.
strike rates. No,
Yes.
that's why you have such a successful T20 I team. But
But
Correct
Raj,
me-
you're
correct me-
talking about Delhi not having a candidate, right? What was Warner doing before the IPL? He was struggling to get into the Australian Test team. He
Yeah.
was dropped. In fact,
he was
dropped.
also dropped from Sunrisers.
Yes, he was. That Sunrisers saga, we knew that.
But-
But the way he got out of that team, I don't agree with how Sunrisers treated one of their legendary captains and players. But they had to take that call at that time.
Tell me
right?
something. Correct me if I'm
But
wrong.
he was even struggling to get into the ODI team. He didn't play all 3 ODIs, if you remember right.
No, but
against India.
again, look, I mean, for international cricket and the IPL, you know that there are different dynamics. So I wouldn't bring a lot of his Australian form.
No, but you were
And-
asking, right?
No. But what?
Raj?
No.
Yeah.
My point is, Ricky Ponting, strict, hard taskmaster. Delhi Capitals, no nonsense team like a lot of the other, like all other IPL teams. Remind me what happened under which circumstances Gambhir had to step down as captain. He stepped down.
Yes.
Exactly.
Who was
Yes.
the coach? Who was he sitting next to? And you handed over the reins to
A young
Shreyas Iyer,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Yeah.
will it happen with DC now? If David Warner, if DC don't win the next couple of
Should
matches,
happen. Raj, if you remember
will
right,
you hand over the reins to Akshar Patel? I mean, it's not a permanent arrangement, right? You hopefully Rishabh Pant will be back next year.
if you remember right, Ponting himself stepped down in 2013.
Yeah.
And then Rohit Sharma took over.
Whatever happened is history.
Yes.
Pipe champ.
What?
He's talking about Mumbai Indians,
Mumbai,
Ricky
at
Ponting,
Mumbai
Rohit Sharma.
Warner, Ponting, you mean
Ponting,
to say. Yeah.
Ponting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you say that, do they have alternatives? Yes, they have
They do,
alternatives.
they do.
Someone like Akshar Patel, who has had a very good international season, proven himself with the bat also now. He's a proven talent with the ball. Yeah, he's not getting as many wickets that he would love to, but he's a proven talent now and he's gaining confidence. And at that stage, you have to tap into someone. That's why I love KKR, what they did with that team. They could have easily gone for an overseas player. But
As
having
captain,
an
yeah.
overseas captain has proved a little, dangerous in the IPL over the last few years.
But
We have seen that quite a
Akshay,
bit.
in
Why
also
not go for
in
Akshar
DC's,
Patel?
in DC's defense, maybe they thought that Warner is, indispensable
Yeah.
as an overseas player.
But not
you're
in
looking
that
at-
form. When you had seen,
Out of
if
your
you had
four-
followed international cricket
No,
over the
that's
last 4
fine.
or 5 months.
Again, I mean, you wouldn't want to bring international. By that sense, Surya Kumar and KL Rahul should also not fit into their teams,
Yes.
right? The IPL has different dynamics. You've seen several times where players have done remarkably well in international cricket, come and flopped in the IPL, and vice versa. They failed in international cricket and they've come and done well in the IPL. There have been numerous such instances. You saw what happened with Dinesh Karthik. You picked him on the basis of his batting stint for RCB. Went to the T20 World Cup. Kya hua, right?
Yes.
But
I agree.
Saurabh, maybe they didn't have any other alternative, and not that they don't. I think even if Akshar Patel is considered, maybe he would consider if Akshar Patel becomes captain somewhere because you're going strictly by DC's track record. Maybe Akshar would want to promote himself off that batting line.
Yeah.
Yesterday in that press conference, Akshar Patel was just laughing about it. He's saying that whether I come at number 4 or number 7, it doesn't matter.
Because I'm still getting
10
12 overs to
10,
bat.
12 overs to bat.
And you know what is shocking for me? You lose 3 matches. DC assistant coach Praveen Amrit, I think, day before yesterday, he came out. He said that Akshar Patel has been in form and we are looking to promote him up the order. What happens in the next match? Your top order fails again, and Akshar Patel is working at number 7.
Yeah. And hits a 20.
Then again after the match, you lose the match, and Warner is like, now he can play at number 4.
How many of these guys batted before Warner? Before Akshar? So Warner and Shaw.
Yeah.
Manish Pandey at number 3.
Yeah.
Yes.
Riley Russo at number 4.
No, Riley was not playing yesterday.
Yes,
Sorry, no, not Russo. Russo not yesterday, but I'm talking
Yash
about
Dul.
Yash Dul, the IPL debutant.
Roman
Right?
Powell.
Robin Paul,
Lalit
Yadav.
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 So you're sending Lalit Yadav ahead of Akshar
Akshar
Patel
Patel.
and inform Akshar Patel. What are Robin Paul's recent numbers?
Yes.
I mean, Manish Pandey, okay, understandable. You'd want to send an experienced cricketer. And that was a two-paced pitch. That wasn't the same surface that was used against LSG, that pacey, spicy pitch.
Gujarat Titans game.
Was it Gujarat Titans? Sorry, that was Gujarat Titans game. What's happening to my memory? It's like Warner's batting, just struggling to hit the right notes. But yeah, I mean, Manish Pandey, understandable, trying to take on the spinners on a sluggish pitch. But Akshar Patel at number 7, it's a bit of a rocket science to figure out where and why he fits in that late. Is Warner the real big problem for the Delhi Capitals? Quickly before we move
Absolutely,
on to
Raj,
strike.
absolutely.
Is he Delhi's
See,
biggest
I would
weakness?
go one step ahead and say that in this form, Warner is absolutely a fantastic player, a legendary player. But in this form, he should give himself a couple of games break. Should not even play the couple of games and then try and come back and see what.
No, but
happens.
even if he comes back after a break, can you
No,
afford
no.
can you afford an anchor at the top of the order
I
in this
if,
format?
if you ask me genuinely, I want Warner to be dropped. I'm a DC fan,
He's
hardcore
the
DC
biggest
fan.
DC fan that I know,
Yeah.
and
I want Warner to be dropped. Phil Salt, why has he not played a single game? He was very good in the T20.
That's the thing about DC. It's a
Yeah.
little surprising, right?
Yeah.
So now because you named Warner,
Yeah.
you can't bring in Phil Salt, who's known to be aggressive.
Yes.
Again, maybe he's not as consistent a run scorer as Warner,
Yeah.
but he's much younger, not just relatively. He's known to be a hard hitter of the ball. So,
And
but
when
with-
Marsh comes back,
yeah.
things might change, right?
But to play the devil's advocate, Warner is also not getting enough support from Prithvi Shaw.
Yeah.
He doesn't know
And
himself
this is-
maybe who's going to bat at number
This is
3.
right after Ricky Ponting said that Prithvi Shaw might have a very, breakthrough season and he might score so
He's
many
not.
runs.
He's not had that.
And if you can go and commentate on international broadcast saying that Prithvi Shaw will get out like this, the next ball.
No, that's
But
okay.
you've not worked
He's
with
being-
him
he's
over the
being
last
honest
4
and
or 5
straight.
years.
That's all right.
And if you ask me, it's not just Warner or the batting. Even the bowling has failed to click.
Yeah.
I mean, Mukesh Kumar, yes, he was brilliant with Bengal in the Ranji Trophy. He's a young guy. I am not against him, but he has looked out of sorts in this format. If you see,
Yeah.
he does not have that stock of balls to
Akshar Patel
deliver.
is also not taking enough wickets.
Yes, Kuldeep Yadav, who was Delhi Capitals' highest wicket taker last season, he has failed.
Yeah.
Till now, he has not been able to.
But when your
beat that form.
batters give you 130, 140, 150, 160.
Yesterday you got 170,
on a 170, yes.
and Mumbai Indians did not look like the team to.
Yeah.
They looked like the team to beat any day, but
But before we move on,
So will
I
you
have
only
to-
criticize Warner's strike rate?
no, it's not just
Right,
Warner.
the major problem is that if you get a good start, things
Uh-huh.
might change. Raj, but I have to make
Yeah.
an apology.
Yes, now
I kind of said last week that a Mumbai Indians bowling lineup with Piyush Chawla as the lead bowler doesn't work.
So
But
who's the
Piyush
worst
Chawla-
bowling lineup now? DC, RCB?
A lot of people are contesting for that. Even CSK don't have a very proper specialist.
I think
CSK
have a
were
terrific
brilliant.
all-round bowling lineup.
Akshay wanted to hear this. Akshay wanted
You
to hear
wanted
this.
to hear that.
Yes, you could see the smile on his face.
No, but I am.
He's wearing a Kamala.
But this guy is
But
a
Piyush-
fraud.
Piyush Chawla-
He go. I'll tell you. Okay, I'll expose him today. He
Yes.
goes gung ho over CSK on air. The moment he's off camera, he's anti CSK and pro RCB. The boy from Chennai.
And-
I don't know what is.
And he was not very happy when LSG won that game against RCB. I called him. And he was trying to laugh. He was trying to share a laugh with me. But I don't know why it looked like Akshay, yeah, they lost again.
Yeah.
They should win these kind of games.
Yeah, Akshay must have been like that fan, RCB fan. She was in tears and she went.
That
viral.
was
But yeah,
heartbreaking.
Piyush Chawla has proven me wrong, Raj. He has started well for MI. He might go on to do good
He was
things.
in fact their dressing room man of the match.
Yes.
But I thought that was a brilliant spell. And
Yes, yes.
he used all his guile and his experience.
Yeah.
But that is the thing with experienced bowlers. You
Say,
look
Amrit
at
Mishra
Mishra
for
ji, you
Lucknow.
Yes.
look at Mr. Chawla,
Yeah.
you look at Lasat Malinga, who played for so many years,
Yes.
even towards the end of his career, he could really break through those. I
Dwayne
mean,
Bravo till last
2019,
year.
that final, even Dwayne Bravo, he would
Till
get
last
hit,
year he was.
but he would take those wickets. I mean, Lasat Malinga, right? The 2019 IPL final against Chennai Super Kings.
How can you forget?
Brilliant.
That was
That
absolutely
bowling at the
sensational.
death, that bowling at the start with the new ball, he's just so that is what experience can do. But talking of experience on
Raj,
one
are
side,
we- yeah, is there
Talking
too
of-
much noise about strike rate? As in, I thought only Sledging Room was making the noise.
we started making the noise,
Yes.
and look what happened.
Yeah.
What did we do last year? We talked about Virat Kohli's strike rate. We talked about whether Virat and Rohit, whether India should move beyond these two in the T20 format. And look what's happening now.
Yes.
Virat Kohli,
Simon Dewell.
did Simon Dewell have a point?
Yeah, he was absolutely correct.
But Saurabh, I'll just lay down the context for our
Yeah,
listeners and our viewers. So, Virat Kohli has scored 250s in 3 matches for RCB so far. RCB have lost 2 of their 3 matches.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that RCB have lost matches where Kohli scored 50s.
No.
They won the first match, of course, 82 not out against Mumbai Indians. Fantastic innings. Kohli struggled, as did the rest of the RCB batters against KKR and their spinners or the Eden Gardens. Now, here is what happened against LSG. Virat Kohli scored a 50. Some might say a rapid 50. Some might say that set the tone for RCB. But Dhul very correctly pointed out on air that Virat Kohli took 10 balls to get from 42 to 50, and he said that it was too slow. There's no room for personal milestones, almost accusing Virat Kohli of playing for a personal milestone. I don't want to put words in Simon Dewell's mouth. It is, I'm up to interpretation, so I can interpret that. But at the same time, Faf du Plessis was also struggling. I think by the time Virat Kohli got out, du Plessis had only managed 33 of 30.
Yes.
So it's not like du Plessis had... So there was no word for Faf du Plessis as such. Just saying that... Was it fair?
Incidentally, Raj, Harsha Bogle had tweeted about Shikhar Dhawan, and Shikhar Dhawan kind of pointed out...
He also tweeted that about Virat Kohli.
Exactly.
Yes.
And
exactly.
okay.
But he
Came
did not-
back
What
and-
did he tweet? What did he say that?
Yeah.
What did he say? That, you can end up with whatever strike rate you like.
Yes, but you
But
can't
what
make
about-
up for the loss.
And who said that first on the Sledging Room?
Yeah.
We said it here.
We said it
We
here.
said that about KL Rahul when you pointed out that no, KL Rahul gets to a strike rate of 140, 150. But what did we point out? That look, he might be finishing with a great strike rate, but what about the 10-15 balls that are being wasted?
Raj, but I would agree with what Simon Dole said.
You will agree that
About
Virat Kohli was
strike
playing for
rate,
his
but
milestone.
Why will Virat?
You
why
just
will a
said
player
that.
like-
He said,
You
No,
just said that.
I am
You
saying
said
that there are
no.
strike
You
rate
just said you
concerns.
agree.
You will agree with Simon Dewell.
There are strike rate concerns with Virat Kohli, especially against spin.
U-turn.
But it is not for personal milestones. Why will
What
Virat
against
Kohli
spin?
play for
Which
personal
spinners was he
milestone?
up against from 42 to 50?
Krunal Pandya, Ravi Bishnoi, both of them
The
are
best
informed
spinners in the world. Of
Informed
course, on a
spinners.
raging turner.
No, we have always
Come on.
We have always seen that
Akshay.
Virat.
That is a
See,
weakness.
That
so,
is the
no,
thing,
no.
right?
So for a
So to
fact,
say-
for a
to
starter,
say
you're
that
admitting
Virat
that Virat
Kohli-
Kohli has serious weaknesses.
Exactly.
Full stop.
That
No, but
is
you-
well known, right? Virat
Then
Kohli
every time I
can't
brought
score
that up on the
freely
show, you
against
said
spin.
agenda, this, that, etc. So
Virat Kohli can't score freely against
Okay.
spin. So that is what happened. He did not slow down for the personal milestone.
But-
he already has 60 plus, 50 plus
you take
scores.
Krunal Pandya
Why
and
will-
Ravi Bishnoi
why
on a,
will
on a Bangalore
Virat Kohli
pitch
play for a
where
personal
there was
milestone for
negligible
RCB
spin?
in
Come on.
IPL when he has achieved so
But
much?
no. Okay, that is the point, right? It
You
is not about,
asked
it
the
is
right
not about
questions.
personal
You asked the
milestones.
right questions.
No, it
Simon
is not
Dole did-
Oh,
so-
come
so
on. You can't
Simon
shoot the
Dole can't
messenger.
say that.
At least somebody had the guts to question that, right? Somebody had the guts to question that, like us. We've been doing that. But obviously, it needs a lot more for someone like Simon
But
Dole.
it should be nuanced criticism is what
No,
I'm
but
saying.
it was
Personal
nuanced.
milestone. Why will Kohli play for a personal
But that's
milestone
okay.
in IPL?
That's his opinion. That's his opinion. I mean, maybe he was wrong.
Everybody
maybe
is
he's right.
entitled to his
They
or
are
her opinion.
entitled to their opinions. But the
but
fact
in-
is that the strike rate is a big issue
It's
for
big-
India batters.
biggest issue.
Yeah.
And I'm very happy that we have been asking the right questions and now people are taking those right questions also. I mean, it's not just about Virat Kohli. What did Rohit Sharma do yesterday? What kind of innings he played? All these Indian batters.
Yeah. On that kind of a pitch, if you say Virat Kohli got 61 or 44 on a flat deck in Bangalore, that is questionable. But Rohit Sharma on a two-paced pitch in Delhi,
No. But if you're being nuanced about criticism, let us be nuanced about criticism. I'm not criticizing Virat Kohli's 61 or 44 or whatever
Yes.
that was. Right? You're questioning the balls wasted in between. Look, okay, we'll be nuanced. We'll come to Rohit Sharma. Let's start with Shikhar Dhawan. Orange cap contender.
Yeah,
Right?
he's the top
Um,
in the list right now.
yes.
Yeah.
He's remained unbeaten twice, 85 or 86 not out, and then the 99 not out.
Yeah.
In that 99 not out, he played up more than 50% of the total deliveries, finishing with 99 not out. The other one, the previous one, 85 or 86 not out, I think he almost played 60 deliveries,
Yes.
57 to 60, that
Yes,
range.
Yes.
He started off very aggressively in that first match for Punjab against Kolkata Knight Riders. But what has this done? Right? You're playing more than 50% of the deliveries for your team and you're finishing with 99 and then eventually go and lose that game. Same thing with Virat Kohli and Faf du Plessis, right? But Faf du Plessis is at least not in contention for international cricket anymore. South Africa haven't considered him for the shorter form as teams. He wants to play. They don't want him in. Virat Kohli is still in contention. We don't know whether he's not said he's retired from the T20 format. India haven't explicitly stated that they have moved beyond Rohit, Virat and KL. Though we have been saying that on the Sledging Room that they need to move on beyond Virat and Rohit for sure. And now for sure, KL Rahul out. He can't fit into the T20 team. So these are contenders, right? And look at the strike rate. Now, if Virat Kohli had accelerated earlier, maybe RCB could have finished with 8 or 10 runs extra. Same with Faf du Plessis. Yes, there is always the argument to be made that, what sort of a bowling lineup cannot defend 212. That is
Exactly.
another
If your
argument.
bowling lineup
That is,
can't
but you
defend
know, you have a
212.
wafer thin bowling
Akshay got his
lineup.
point.
You
You
have
can't
you know
defend
you have a
230.
wafer thin bowling lineup on a pitch where defending is probably among the most
that
difficult
was
things
the
to do
highest
in the
chase
cricket world.
in the history of IPL in Chinnaswamy.
Akshay, I
So
don't
it
give,
happens.
I
It
don't
happens.
care whether RCB is winning or LSG is winning. My point is, if you are serious contenders for the India T20I team, you have to take strike rate a little more seriously. Which they are not. KL Rahul, what did he say before the tournament? Strike rate is not important. What did you do in that high-scoring game? I mean, had it not been for Nicholas Pooran and young
But a
Ayush Badoni
couple
and
of-
Marcus Stoinis,
No,
what?
But he also said that wickets fell around me, so I had to take the back seat.
So Marcus Stoinis could have also said the same thing. He wants to take the back seat, score 18 or 20
And
balls.
you know what was
It was
baffling?
ridiculous.
Yeah, KL Rahul is defending his knock. He's saying, I did the right thing by playing slow in wickets. What nonsense is
And
this?
that,
But when wickets were falling, he did not say that I did the right thing by playing slow.
No,
He said wickets were
you
falling
are
around
chasing
me.
200
I
plus
thought,
2.
yeah.
Before the match, you come and say, this is my home. You know Chinnaswamy, you can hit. You know what happens in Chinnaswamy. You go bang, bang, bang. It has always aided the batters, right?
then
Chinnaswamy.
let's take the LSG captain's statement word by word and say he was doing the right thing. They lost a wicket in the first over. Wayne Parnell came and struck twice in the fourth over.
Yes.
Right? Then there was a partnership developing
also-
between Marcus Stoinis and KL Rahul.
Yeah.
Marcus Stoinis was going bang on, right? KL Rahul, there were no wickets falling at that stage.
Yeah.
He still had Nicholas Pooran and Ayush Badoni.
Yeah.
There was some batting there. So,
But you know what, Raj?
and it was your fault that you did not have Krishnappa Gautam in that lineup.
You know what? You've started questioning strike rate after keeping mum so long.
Who, me?
Not you. I'm
We
saying
have
the
been
general-
doing this on
No,
the Sledging
I'm
Room
not
for the last 1
telling
year.
you. You have been using strike rate as a main tool of your agenda, but
There is no
Again,
agenda.
Again,
but I'm saying people who have kept quiet for so long have started questioning, but I urge them to be more nuanced about it. Be very particular about the conditions when you talk about strike rate. And cricket is a team game, right?
We are being
There are
nuanced,
there are 11
Arey,
there are
bhaad mein
11
jaye.
men. There are
Bhaad mein
11
jaane
men.
do what people are saying
11
outside.
men.
I'm telling you what
That is
let's talk.
that
Let's
is what
talk.
I'm saying.
So let's talk nuance here. No, we are talking
Yeah,
nuance.
see,
we
when
talk
you say
nuance
that
about
Rohit
Shikhar Dhawan.
Sharma's
No.
Rohit Sharma's
We
strike rate
haven't
was
even
poor
come to
in
Rohit.
that.
No. We haven't even come to
Yeah.
Rohit Sharma. Shikhar Dhawan ka we nuanced him.
Yeah.
That was a nuanced discussion. Virat Kohli's nuance
Yes.
we discussed. Let's discuss KL
But
Rahul's
don't say
nuance
Virat
also.
Kohli played for milestones, yeah.
Arey, I'm not saying it's Simon Dewell is saying. I'm saying Simon Dewell is free to his interpretation. I am free to interpreting what Simon Dewell said.
Yeah.
Unless Simon Dewell wants to come and correct us. But the fact is, we are breaking this down, right? Shikhar Dhawan, 99 not out, 85, 86 not out.
Yes.
Strike rate. Forget the strike rate that he finished with. What about the balls consumed in between?
Yeah.
No less a figure than Harsha Bhogle has also started questioning that. Virat
Maybe
Kohli,
someone like KL Rahul wanted the Marcus Stoinis and
20
Nicholas
of 18
Pooran
balls, come
to
on.
take more
Saurabh, how do you
responsibility.
defend that?
How
yaar?
can you defend it?
On a
Akshay?
flat Bangalore pitch against a ridiculously
To
bad
take
bowling lineup.
Akshay,
You know, a
U-turn Ramesh.
captain telling the others to take
Akshay,
more
U-
responsibility.
Akshay, U-turn Ramesh, please stop it.
But I joked about KL Rahul, but Rohit Sharma.
I don't know whether you joked about him or not.
Now again,
I'm
you
not
are-
very sure whether you
U-turn
joked.
square Ramesh. I'm telling
I
you,
am
Akshay,
not very
U-turn
sure
square
whether you
Ramesh.
joked about it.
No, but Rohit Sharma 61.
Let's
of
ask our
45.
viewers quickly before we I think you should tell us and email us on pods@indiatoday.com and ping us on 8588966696 and tell us whether you really thought Akshay was joking about KL Rahul's defense of his own ridiculously bad innings for LSG against RCB.
Yeah.
I mean, thankfully LSG won because of Marcus Stoinis, Nicholas Pooran and young Ayush Badoni. And please do rate us and leave your comments on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, wherever you're listening to us. And I know that you see these three handsome faces on YouTube every week, but make it a point to listen to us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. And
you know,
Akshay,
Raj, the
you are-
criticism of Rohit Sharma when
Come
it comes
on,
to
yaar.
strike rate, na.
Sharam
Over
kar
the
le,
last
have some shame.
over the last 1 year, what have we been saying? Rohit Sharma is lacking consistency. He's not getting those big scores. But what he was trying to
But
do
he
over the
didn't
last
see
1 year.
LSG jerseys.
No, Rohit Sharma. I'm talking about
Acha,
Rohit
Mumbai
Sharma.
Indians jersey.
The India captain.
How?
So what were we complaining about? That he was not getting those consistent big scores. But what he was trying consciously was getting off the blocks quickly.
Okay, so by that logic, we shouldn't even criticize and question KL Rahul because forget strike rate, his runs are not there. No
Raj,
average,
but
no strike rate.
No, but
balance.
Rohit Sharma has been getting those 30s of 20.
Arey, how many 30s or 20 has he got here? What did he? If he
When
got
did he
so
last
many
score an
rapid
IPL 50 before
brisk
yesterday?
knocks, then why
Not
did
in
India
IPL,
lose?
but in
No.
international cricket.
What has he done in IPL?
Where?
International
How many?
cricket.
check his.
Even in that
Tell me
first
what he did in the
series as
T20
full-time
World Cup.
captain,
Arey, forget
You
again
should-
the
that
first
T20
series.
World
Akshay
Cup
Ramesh,
was
you
one
should,
off.
be, you should be ashamed of yourself. Please go and look into the mirror.
Don't
No, but
represent
what
the
I'm
Indian team
saying
management.
is, when you're talking about strike
Ask the right
rate,
questions.
take into consideration all these factors before you
Akshay,
go bang,
listen,
bang.
you are not part of the Indian team management. You're not addressing a press conference where you have to
Yeah.
toe Rohit Sharma's line.
Yeah.
Right? You're sitting
No, I'm
in the
still
sledging
saying,
room.
Rohit's intent is right in the power play. Whether he gets it or not, whether he gets those runs or not, depends on his.
Okay, intent.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it. Somebody very senior had said it. I think part of the Indian team management, if I'm not mistaken, intent ka kya karna hai if you don't even last so many deliveries. So, I mean, what do you do with intent if you're not even lasting 10 or 15 deliveries?
Prithvi Shaw
20
had a
deliveries?
very good intent against Mumbai Indians.
Yeah.
What happened in the game, Akshay?
I mean, Rohit had great intent against Chennai Super Kings.
Yes.
So, Raj, tell me something. Do you have some alternatives for the top order role in T20s?
In India.
Yeah, with
Plenty.
people with good strike rate.
Plenty. So I'll tell you what, because we have a robust, few countries, perhaps no other country has such a robust domestic system, such a robust A-team touring structure. So
No,
bring these
I
guys
don't-
in the loop. Rinku
Who
Singh,
are those
Tilak
guys?
Verma, Rahul Tripathi, maybe Nitish Rana. There are so many alternatives, yeah.
You've got
Get
so
them to
many
play
players.
more and
Yashasvi
more.
Jaiswal.
Yashasvi Jaiswal. There are so
Akshay,
many of these guys.
No, I wanted to. I
I'm
wanted
not
to
saying.
ask.
The problem
I'm
is
just asking.
The
I'm not
problem
saying
is
that
what
there
will
are
you
no
do?
alternatives.
The
I
problem
just
is
wanted to
you
ask
will
guys.
blood Varun Chakravarti straight from the IPL to play the T20 World Cup.
Yes.
You will. Dinesh Karthik is nowhere in the scene. Suddenly he plays a few cameos for RCB, and a few months later he's flying to play the T20 World Cup. There is no in between. Yeah, obviously Dinesh Karthik played almost every T20 in 2022, but you have to start grooming these youngsters and tell them that.
Will
look,
you give
this
Rutraj
is-
Gaikwad another long rope?
Of course you should.
Why
get
not?
it.
And
Of
what
course.
about Sanju Samson?
I mean, I'm surprised that he's not getting a longer rope. I'm
But
surprised he's not getting.
It will depend on how he performs in the entire IPL this season. We'll have to look at him, right?
No.
Yes, he deserves a longer rope. I also agree with that. I am a Sanju Samson fan. I love the way he bats, his short timing and everything. But the point is, the selectors.
Raj, going by what you guys both are saying, strike rate, then we should get MS Dhoni back into the team, right?
Strike rate with average. I also said that. That's why I took that dig at KL Rahul. But MS Dhoni, I mean, he's retired, so if he wants to come back, I think he'd be a great addition to that lower order.
Yeah.
For sure.
At least not
I
fumbling behind
mean,
the
yeah.
wickets.
At least and getting the right DRS calls.
Yes.
And getting the right fielders at the right places. But again, I mean, this is a never-ending topic, sort of,
Yeah.
Akshay. But the fact is that
But one bottom line
you
you
need
have
to
to
look
give.
at. Huh?
Strike
Yeah,
rate is to go bottom line.
The bottom line is simple. You
Sum
sort
it
of
up.
just said Sanju Samson performance, etc. But forget performances even during the IPL. Yeah, give them a long rope till the next T20 World Cup.
So-
Select a particular pool of players, even if you're not scoring runs. Let them play and tell them that look, you are going to be the future of this T20 structure.
Yeah.
But if a Samson or a Nitish Rana, if they have to constantly look over their shoulders and figure out, oh, acha Rohit or Kohli to wapas aa jayenge. Now what do we do? Then take a call, no? Tendulkar, Dravid, Ganguly, they were selfless enough to take that call. Rohit and Kohli have done enough.
Maybe
in the
they didn't
T20
understand
format.
the potential of T20 cricket at that time.
But we are the leading T20.
No, at that time when they
League
opted
in
out
the
of the
world.
2007 World Cup.
Come on. I just think it's stretching it. You need a fresh pool of
So
players.
Ras, maybe Tom Moody and AB de Villiers suggested one interesting thing earlier this week.
Yeah.
They said, orange cap shouldn't be only given to the guy who scores the maximum number of runs, but strike rate should also be taken into consideration when deciding the orange cap winner.
Fair enough.
And I looked at the stats. So what has come is
Yeah.
KL Rahul and Michael Hussey are the only players in the history of IPL who have won the orange cap and had a strike rate below 130. Every other player in the history of IPL who has won an orange cap, he had a strike rate of 135 plus.
Fair enough. I mean, look at Butler, the way he
Yes.
went last year. Or Virat Kohli, even when he scored 973.
David Warner has won orange cap and he used to bat at a very good
Oh,
strike
that
rate.
was that David Warner was a different
Vintage
beast.
David Warner. I would love to see
I
him
mean,
play
Virat
for
Kohli in
the
2016.
captains.
We've spoken
Oh.
enough about Virat Kohli's strike rate, but boy,
Yeah.
that period was indomitable. It was, but okay, we'll come to strike rates, and we're going to run out of time very soon. Thankfully, Anna is working
Yeah,
from Twitter.
yeah.
She would have started. Would have started saying, chalo, chalo, okay. But quickly, RCB slipping? RCB biggest RCB fan boy? Are they slipping?
When they
The defeat
when
at the Eden Gardens, then that heart-wrenching, heartbreaking.
But I still think
gut-wrenching
that I still
defeat
think
to LS.
RCB are unfortunate to have a home ground like Chinnaswamy.
Come on, I mean,
Where if you lose the toss, even with an impact
Okay,
player,
okay,
RCB
okay, they were unfortunate to lose that one game against LSG.
yeah.
What happened in Kolkata?
Like, I'm saying teams can go through even if they win like 6 out of 7 home games. But when you have a home ground like Chinnaswamy Stadium, where even 210 is not going to be enough.
So you have to score 240. That is how you play.
Yeah.
You have a
That's
batting lineup.
also right.
You have got the likes of Virat Kohli, AB de Villiers. No, sorry, I'm really sorry, AB de Villiers is not playing there.
Yeah.
Lane Maxwell.
Mm.
You have got Faf du Plessis.
Mm.
You have got a guy like Mahipal Lomro in the ranks.
Mm.
So why
All
not
these
go
Rohit Sharmas and MS Dhoni should have played at Chinnaswamy Stadium. No, then they would have seen what.
they
will
did
happen.
play at the Chinnaswamy Stadium.
One or
and
two
you
matches,
saw
no.
what-
But
No,
when
no,
you
come
when you
on.
constantly have that threat,
but then you've also made use of those to get your records intact. 2,500 runs at the Chinnaswamy Stadium out of nearly 7,000 runs. So you've done that also. 40% of your runs tally have also come on the flat pitches of the Chinnaswamy, in the small boundaries of the Chinnaswamy. Then you're not complaining.
but I do think that.
But they're
But
not
I do
slipping.
think.
So you
no,
think
no.
they can come back and
I do think that they
Ye Sala
have
Cup
to
Namde?
find
Ye Sala Cup Namde or not?
They have to find ways to win at Chinnaswamy.
You're saying
Otherwise, they're
no.
gone.
RCB is not.
You
winning.
know, over the last 3 seasons, they qualified for the playoffs. They didn't play at Chinnaswamy.
But is this RCB's year? Straight up.
No.
Almost halfway through into the IPL.
No, they're not qualifying. I don't see.
They're
them
not even qualifying.
No, I don't see them qualifying.
I was just about to tell RCB that, you should be their biggest cheerleader. That you'd be like rocking it.
No.
You'd be like a proper secret RCB fan. Go out and support CSK and quietly support RCB.
This is, part
if they
of,
lose, they
this
lose.
is-
If they is that
This
part,
is part
of
of
the
reverse jinxing.
He's a good loyal RCB fan.
But Raj, one more thing. What do you guys think of KKR? A lot of people wrote them off.
I think they're the real underdogs this year. The real underdogs.
Yeah,
Chandrakant
the,
and
the way they
Nitish
have played look
yeah.
very good. But I'm not going to. We're not going to see Rinku Singh coming in every match and scoring 5-6.
You never know. When Rinku Singh did well a couple of years back, he was very consistent.
Yeah.
But every match he's scoring 3,
No,
4,
I mean,
6.
scoring,
you don't
hitting
have
5,
to
6.
do that, huh?
Yeah, but the gist of the matter
But
is that
yeah.
he's a good finisher.
And KKR,
And he has had a good domestic season, don't
KKR
forget.
can,
Yeah.
can be a proper IPL challenger if they remove this guy called Andre Russell.
Yeah.
I personally believe you could use that David Vijay who's sitting.
But I have another way of looking at it. Andre Russell should bat at number 4, period. No lower than that. Maybe even he wants to do that. Maybe he's disgruntled. We don't know.
But the way a guy like Chandrakant Pandit has come back after that crushing loss
Yeah.
in the first match.
That was not crushing. That was not crushing.
He
Rain
likes to stay
affected
in the,
match. Yeah.
in the background.
Yeah,
I
and
like
even
the
when
way he
Nitish
carries
Rana,
it.
when Venkatesh Iyer spoke that day after the win, he said very good things, that you will always see discipline and commitment from this team, and also a family-like atmosphere. And I hope they do well. I want to see Indian coaches doing well. And
Yeah.
Ashish Nehra and
Yes,
Chandrakant
Indian
Pandit.
coaches, Indian players.
especially.
We all want to see
And
them
even
doing well in
Ashish
IPL.
Nehra at least is an established name at the highest level. He has played international cricket for so long. But Chandrakant Pandit, after coming through the system, done so well at the domestic
Yeah.
level. I want to see him flourish so that more Indian coaches get that, stamping. Like someone like Hemang Batani has done well for a lot of domestic teams.
I think he has the substance and the experience to do that.
Yeah.
Because
And how will you handle
a
superstars?
winning mentality is
Yeah.
what's important.
Exactly.
Handling superstars, I mean, look, how many superstars do the Knight Riders really have?
And this is why I think just because you have Bharat Arun and Chandrakant Pandit over there,
Exactly.
they appointed Nitish Rana as their captain.
Yeah.
Otherwise, if imagine a foreign coach like Brandon McCullum who was there, they would have also gone for an overseas
Yeah,
player.
Brendan McCullum was a disaster for KKR, but
Yes.
he's doing so well with England.
Mhm.
So, it's about culture
Yeah.
also.
Changing
It's
that
about-
McCullum DNA is still difficult, Raj. Na? Whatever McCullum did there at KKR.
No, I mean, I think IPL teams move on pretty quickly from coaching cultures.
Yeah.
So I think they would adapt to this new setup. And Bharat Arun, wherever he is, he is always a brain set to be reckoned with. But I think they're
RCB also have an Indian coach, Sanjay Pangar.
Okay. RCB underdogs, you've already established that. But who are the real favorites? I mean, again,
Every
maybe too
week
early
we
to
will
call.
have to discuss this.
Yeah,
Every week
but
we have to
almost 2
reveal
weeks into
the
the
reveal.
But
IPL.
right now, if you ask me, it has to be Rajasthan Royals.
Same for me.
I mean,
Terrific all round.
you see the way their team is stacked up. They've got a Jose Butler, Yashish Jaiswal, Samson. Rian Parag is going to be the only man who I think is not a very good player to play at this level, the way he has been performing. You've got the spin duo of Ashwin and Chahal, a dream spin duo. Then
Ashwin
you've got
Square.
Trent Bolt.
Murugan
You've got
Ashwin.
Sandeep Sharma, who is a very good IPL pacer, if you see it.
But Saurav, we are talking about this before the CSK RR game. I mean, once that has been done, maybe we'll be talking about the Chennai Super
Yeah,
Kings
definitely.
also.
Yeah, but
So-
I do think that there is a dark horse this year. The 5-time champions are the dark horses.
Mumbai.
I
Indians.
have a feeling that they will do something out of this weekend.
I just want a new
Yes.
champion, which would mean that Rajasthan. I mean, I wouldn't want Rajasthan
Raj,
Royals,
you
but
have to be at the top consistently to win IPL. You can't just expect any new team to come and do well. You have to show that.
GT and LSG.
Oh, yes.
GT, yes, absolutely. GT have a very good setup, very good, support staff in place.
So right.
But I do
uh,
think that Mumbai Indians.
It is very early, but after first week or 10 days, who do you think are going? Which 4 teams are going to make?
I'll tell you my final lineup.
Yeah.
RR versus RCB.
versus RCB. That RCB fan finally showing up. Huh?
No, I'm just taking
Yeah.
a punt.
Okay, my top 4 at this stage will be LSG, MI, CSK, and
RCB.
no,
Oh, you're reverse jinxing it.
no, and Rajasthan Royals.
It doesn't matter what your fourth team is. I know. Saurabh?
I will go with Rajasthan Royals, LSG, Gujarat Titans, and Chennai Super Kings.
Chennai Super
Okay.
Kings. Your Delhi Capitals, a stunning comeback from here.
We are the contenders for the wooden
Wooden
spoon.
spoon.
Yeah, there's no question.
He's
You're not
speaking like an RCB fan.
Exactly. I will tell you. On this note, I will tell you. After RCB lost that game to LSG, I saw that video.
Where
Mr.
Nani
Nax
said,
comes, and I felt like he is doing what I am doing. I mean, you can't win a game, can't cry, can't say anything.
No, but RCB have been qualifying for those playoffs.
Exactly, but when they did not play at Chinnaswamy, you have to note that. Last 3 years, they did not play at Chinnaswamy. They made it to the playoffs.
Yes.
So, playing at the Chinnaswamy, 2 of your best batters could have gotten records, AB de Villiers, Virat Kohli, but you can't win enough matches. So, consequently, you'll lose and then you'll blame the venue. Perfect setup, perfect strategy. And these
But
adoring
when
home
you
fans.
are playing at home,
and
where you
these
have the
adoring home
pressure
fans
of
for RCB.
defending a total consistently,
Oh,
it'll play on your
Akshay.
bowler's head.
touch. Come on.
Ask Yuzvendra Chahal, one of the most successful bowlers in Chinnaswamy, how he found success there. He must have also felt pressure throughout his...
So you have come to the conclusion. We all have come to the conclusion that you are not a CSK fan. You are,
Yeah, I've been
RCB
telling you
fan.
from
Yeah.
years now.
and that
See,
smile on your
he's a-
face.
I am
that
an
smile
Indian
on-
cricket
Ah,
fan.
come on. You are anything but. You're anything but. Your RCB fanboyism is
But I
duly
genuinely
noted.
feel for RCB, right? They have-
We all
You can
feel
feel the
RCB.
pain in your voice and in his voice. At least he openly, unabashedly admits he's a DC
In a
fan.
parallel world, I want to see how MS and Rohit operate. Chinnaswamy, their home ground.
On that note,
Rohit is already getting a lot flustered. Seeing sixes flying Chinnaswamy, I think.
yeah, he also saw sixes flying around Delhi, but thankfully for his team,
Yeah.
Oh,
Akshar Patel's knock went in vain and
Yeah.
Tilak Verma and Rohit himself pulled out. But it's been an entertaining season so far.
Yeah.
And we continue to bring you a lot of the spice and the heat of battle from the Sledging Room. But that's all that we have. And you've seen the two fanboys. Akshay in his CSK avatar coming out all guns blazing for the Royal Challengers Bangalore. So RCB, if you're watching this,
Yeah.
you have the right candidate to rope in for any of your fan clubs. Akshay Ramesh. All right then. Thank you so much for watching us, listening to us, bearing with Akshay's ranting and U-turns. But we'll come back with a lot more this coming week.
Be more
And-
nuanced about strike rate criticism.
We have already been a lot more.
Yeah, no,
nuanced.
no.
Sorry
I'm
if
telling,
I
I'm
hurt
telling
your,
the world. I'm telling
Sorry
the
if
world.
we've hurt your feelings.
That is one
Akshay.
thing that we have done it right, but I'm telling the world.
All right then. Thank you for joining us.